UFC 304 just got done 2 days ago on Saturday with Leon versus Bilal and Tom versus Curtis. Leon lost, Bilal beat him by decision, which I feel bad for doubting Bilal, but he deserved it. Tom just knocked out Curtis. Some say too early of a stoppage, but Tom knocked out Curtis in the first round, which is what I picked on Tapology, so I'm really happy about that. I'm ranked number 352. Last weekend I was ranked number 700 and something. So this weekend on Saturday I had some really good picks, at least in my opinion. This past Saturday I had 19 out of 14 picks right, with 8 of them being perfect. Granted, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them were by decision, but the other 4 I called the round and the method. Actually, I'm sorry. Only 3 I called the round and the method. I'm just gonna start from the bottom up. Shauna Bannon versus Alice Ardeline. Mostly known for her OnlyFans. Honestly, I never really heard about her up until this fight. Everyone just started posting about her because she does have a good social media following. Blah blah blah. So Shauna Bannon ended up beating her by decision, which is what I picked on Tapology. Pretty happy about that. Honestly, I wasn't really paying attention to this fight, but I just wanted to give you guys my results. I think you guys can find better videos with breakdowns. I'm just gonna give you results. Parkin won by a first round knockout, which is what I picked. Sam Patterson, this one I was watching as it happened. I was so happy. He won by submission round 1. Sam Patterson. He subbed Keeper Crosby in the first round. I forgot how, but I remember watching it just hoping he would tap, because I remember vividly picking it on Tapology thinking, man, Sam Patterson. Not to say he's not famous. Well, I would say I'm a pretty new person to watching UFC, and I've never really heard of Sam Patterson. Maybe I have, I just don't remember him. But I remember looking at it at his Tapology record and seeing the submissions, and I'm like, I don't know, I got a feeling about the submission. So I went round 1 submission, Patterson. The 4th fight, I actually got wrong. I got this one wrong. Honestly, looking back, I should have looked at this one more, because this was for sure one of those fights where I wasn't confident at all. He could have won by decision, but Bukauskas finished him by sub, I believe. So I got that one wrong. That was the first wrong one of the night. So I'm at 3 out of 4 at this point in the night. And 5th fight, Oban Elliott versus Preston Parsons. Another fight I wasn't too confident in at all, honestly. I could have went 50-50 either way. I picked Oban Elliott by decision. Next fight, which was a pretty big fight, I would say. Well-known people. Even I remember who these guys are. Even Manel Kopp, like, slamming the desk next to Tai Tuivasa. I think he was talking about Kai Kara France. I think he was talking shit about him, and he was like pissed. He was saying something about him, and then Tai was like, "Oh." Everyone calls Mokaev, like, I want to call him a decision merchant. They make fun of him because he makes a lot of decision wins, and I think it's mostly because it's true. I would say he usually does win by decision, and Dana doesn't really like him because he doesn't really wow the crowd by finishing guys. Like, I guess Dana wants finishes, not decisions. Unless it's, controversial. I don't know what Dana wants. I would assume he wants finishes. Next fight, I got that one right by Mokaev decision. Honestly, I wasn't too confident. At one point, I was picking Kape, but I just went Mokaev decision. It was one of those fights, looking back, that I felt like I wasn't too confident in either side. So I just went with what I just followed the crowd, and I think he was at 60-something%, Mohamed Mokaev. And I just thought, you know what? I think this is one of those fights where I think the majority of the people are right, because Mokaev, I think he's undefeated at this point still. So the next fight, I got wrong. I picked Loughran. I think he was a big favorite. Honestly, I'm not too upset, because I did like Hadley, but I was never really wavering on picking him. I was picking Loughran the whole time, so that one I kind of deserved getting wrong. Because I legit thought Loughran would win, and I think they're both from the UK or whatever, England or Manchester, I'm not sure, but they both had the home crowd, and Hadley just beat him. He just beat him. I don't want to say the weight miss. It was only 1 pound over. I don't want to say the weight miss helped him or not, but got that one wrong. The next fight, this one I was actually kind of I don't want to say upset, but I was a little sad or just disappointed that Molly lost. She really was trying though. Molly really was trying. You could tell she got really hurt by some of those knees, I believe, that Bruna gave her. Honestly, I think she was this close to just falling to the ground and giving up, but she didn't. So I think that's pretty cool of Molly. I mean, she's coming off of 2 finishes, I think arm bars or just subs, and this is her. Out of the 3, this is the last 3 she lost. She lost this one. So out of 4, I think she's won 2 out of 4. She's like 50-50 in the last 4 fights, I think. So Molly, I think she's still going to be a name. I think people were expecting her to win. Honestly, I did lose some money losing on Molly. I put her in a lot of parlays, so I thought she would win. Honestly, when I remember picking this, I was like, you know what? I'm pretty sure Molly's going to win. I literally just didn't even look at Brazil's record. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It was a like, and not to say I'm advising you guys on picking on Tapology or betting. I am just saying what I was doing as I was picking. I don't think you should do this, but when I saw it, I just went off the name. You know, it's like, oh, it's Molly McCann versus so and so in England or in Manchester. So I just assumed she would win. You know, it was one of those. So I think looking back, I should have definitely looked at Bruna and considered her because I didn't even do that. But I think I still would have picked Molly. Next fight. Oh, so I got that one wrong. I picked Molly by submission round 1. And honestly, I don't even remember if she was close to getting the submission in the first round or not. But Bruna Brazil, I just remember her striking with like knees and I think punches too. She was getting Molly good. Like I said, I thought Molly was going to give up. So Bruna for sure won that decision. The next fight was Nathaniel Wood versus Daniel Pineda. This one, I've come to the point as I've bet over the past probably year that picked or bet that I'm probably not gonna pick the old guy usually, which actually worked well on this card for me because I didn't even consider Pineda. I was like, Wood was like a minus 400. I was like, you know what, dude? Like, I'm not even gonna think about this one. This Wood by decision. You know, I saw his record, like decision guy. All right, literally, it was so easy. You know, I like those type of fights where I'm just quick with my decision. Granted, the Molly one was wrong, but this one obviously was right. Allen, I just liked the way he fights, and I knew he's good. But Giga, I knew he could survive anything that Allen gave him. So I'm pretty sure when I picked this, I knew this was probably gonna go to the distance, because I knew Giga, like, I think when he fought, I'm pretty sure it's Qatar, he was piecing him up. Giga was like barely alive. And I'm not saying, I mean, it's cool that he's that durable, but I was at one point gonna pick Giga, but I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go Allen, because I would say I was like 55% on Giga winning, but then it just kind of went to 50, and then I was like, you know what, 45%. I went with Allen. It was one of those other ones where I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna follow the majority of what people are picking on this one, because I really did think that Giga could have won. I actually put some parlays on him. The next fight was Gregory Rodriguez versus Christian Leroy Duncan. Honestly, guys, I was really sad about this fight. I was really liking Duncan. Like, I think I saw his last fight and I was like, oh, this guy's pretty good. And then I was watching like the embeddeds or just like the videos they were putting out about him on the UFC YouTube, that they were just talking about Duncan a lot. Like, I don't want to say the UFC, I'm gonna say this a lot in the videos that I'm gonna be posting, but I really thought the UFC was planning on him to win, or not to say planning on him, but like I thought they wanted to promote him, I should say, by putting all these videos out. But looking back, it does seem kind of dumb, because it's RoboCop, you know, like he actually has a really good record. But what kind of convinced me with Duncan was that RoboCop did get knocked out in the first round in some fight, not pretty long ago, I would say. But yeah, I got this one wrong. I picked Duncan by round 2 KO, but it was like, I think it was Rodriguez by decision, I think. Yeah, so that was a loss, or an L. Patty, I don't want to say Patty's bad at striking, but it's not his like, he's gonna do whatever he has to do to win, striking or grappling, like with Patty. I think same with Ian Gary. I think these are two young guys that, not to change or go off a tangent, but these are two young guys that really want to win. They're young, they're like, it's true, it sounds cheesy, but it's true. Like, they're young, they're hungry, they have families, and they want to succeed, you know. It's like, it's the drive that motivates them to train and learn more, and also perform better in the fights. So I think this was part of my reason as to why I picked submission. I picked round 3 submission by Patty, but he got it in the first round. So honestly, it kind of shows that I did doubt him a little bit, because I knew it was gonna be by submission. Like, I don't want to say knew, but I was confident that Patty would get a sub. It just seemed like the right plan for him. And but no, he just impressed and got Bobby out in the first round. But I didn't get it perfect. I just got the submission call, but I didn't call the round. Aspinall round 1 KO. It's not really too surprising. I think a lot of people pick that. I think a lot of people are gonna be picking that for a while with Tom. He's really, really good. I mean, look at his fight time in the UFC. Like, isn't it like the lowest? And I don't even know. Like, it's breaking records for sure. It's probably gonna be the reason why he's probably gonna be minus 400 or 500 again, if not more, in the next fight, if it's not Jones. So yeah, I was really satisfied with this one. I will actually bet on this fight too. I should have bet the round, honestly. I kind of want to do a next fight, but it's like, it's gonna, whoever he fights is gonna make me doubt it, you know. But he might get it. I shouldn't have doubted Bilal. Like, I think that's the best way to say it, because every time before this fight, I was always thinking, and I guess, like, I don't have any proof of that, but I was always saying that Bilal was gonna do decent. Bilal was gonna fight Burns, and I was like, you know what? I think he could do it. I think he could beat Burns. So ever since then, I was like, this guy's good. And honestly, guys, I think Bilal's gonna beat Shavkat, and I think I'm gonna make a whole nother video about that before they fight, because I don't want to say I'm like super confident, but there's just some fights where I'm thinking that, some performances where I think guys are just like convincing me. They're like, yeah, these guys are good, you know. Even though he went to decision with Leon and he got elbowed in the last round, he got cut open bad. It just shows that he had the cardio, and like Bilal was saying, he takes the hits that Leon threw at him, you know. He was saying it about the first fight. Honestly, I was doubting him. I thought I picked Leon by decision, but at one point I was picking Leon by finish. So I really did think that Leon could finish him, but Bilal was right. Like, he really did take Leon's best shots, like obviously blocking them. And it just makes me think, like, if Bilal could beat Leon, who is a really good striker, and I think one of the broadcasters said it on the UFC during the live. They were saying that Leon he's really good technically, but he doesn't perform the best all the time, you know. And Bilal, he's a dog. He wants to win, and you could tell by his cardio. It's like, you could tell by the last second of that fight, he wasn't even tired. He could have kept going. At least I think so. And yeah, guys, so that was 9 out of 14 winners on Tapology. This makes me ranked number 352 on the site, at least. So this is just Tapology. This isn't in the world. I'm only ranked number 352 in UFC predictions on Tapology. So that's out of, like, I don't know if I said it earlier, like 5,000 to 10, I don't know. But I'm pretty happy with that. Honestly, this is my highest ranking ever. And if I get I don't want to say if I get a higher ranking, I'd be surprised, but it's my goal. And obviously, I think that's part of the reason why I wanted to make the YouTube channel, because I'm doing pretty well in the predictions. I mean, honestly, I'm pretty proud of my picks. Like, granted, I feel like a lot of them were pretty obvious, but 8 perfect picks. I think that's the most perfect picks that I got in any card ever. So I'm really happy. It's like the answer is always the most obvious thing. So I started thinking more, not literal, but I was just thinking, like, well, what's most likely gonna happen, you know? So, and I think that's how I'm gonna pick this next coming weekend. And just to give you guys another preview for another video I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be picking Corey for Corey versus Umar. Even though I wouldn't be surprised if Umar wins, obviously, you know, Khabib's cousin, but I am gonna be picking Corey on Tapology. As of right now, I think I'll pick Corey on Tapology as Corey winning TKO in round 3. That's what I'm picking for Corey right now. So, like I said, I'm probably gonna watch more videos about them and just look more on Tapology. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching the video. I really hope you subscribe. I'm gonna keep picking on Tapology and seeing if I can get a better rank, because I'd love to get top 100. That's my first goal, top 100. If I get to top 100, my next goal is to be top 10. So we'll see. Not to say I have doubts, but it's going to be challenging, and I do want to see if I improve. So we'll be seeing in the next videos how I do. And I'll see you guys hopefully next weekend when you guys at least by next weekend when you guys see the card for Corey versus Umar. But thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe and comment what you guys think, and comment what you guys picked. Comment what your rank is. I'd love to maybe even add you guys on Tapology. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching.